Well, that was quite an interesting plane that we. I think this is a plane that we have previously seen before, though. Obviously, as you can see here, though, because that was the Grob G.115 we've just seen today. Apparently, as you can see, that was the. Obviously, this is one of the Royal Navy Grob G.115. That is. And as you can see, the call sign here is BTNIA219. That is. So yeah, this is the Royal Navy Grob ones that I've never seen before, though. Basically, we used to see the Royal Air Force one. Apparently, we used to see the Royal Air Force Grob ones that they used to be based at Newquay Airport for like over a few years anyway. Which I think that was the time we did see the Royal Air Force Grob, which since ran back in 2019 it was. So yeah. So as you can see, this is one of the Royal Navy Grob that we now have seen this time. And as you can see, the registration is G-BYXK. That is, obviously, this is basically the military plane. Apparently, this is basically the military Navy planes. Apparently, which this one here is literally, well, as you can see from here, literally dropped here just about 28,000 feet from here. As we first saw it, he was about 36,000 feet from here. So as you can see, it's just now dropping over to, as you can see, it looks like it's descending over to his visit at Royal Naval Air Station Culdrose by the looks of it. And as you can see from here, this is where it took off from. Apparently, it took off from his base just at RNS Yeovilton. Apparently, this is where it took off from. Apparently, it just took off from his base at RNS Yeovilton around just before 3:15 at its base at RNS Yeovilton. So yeah. So yeah, as you can see, it's now over to visit RNS Culdrose by the looks of it. It's just now going over to visit RNS Culdrose now by the looks of it. And hopefully, for the meantime, we might see a flyback, hopefully, but I'm not sure if it's staying over at Culdrose overnight, I don't know. And hopefully, for the meantime, we might see it going back to his base at Yeovilton, hopefully, very soon. So yeah. If I go into Plane Finder, look, as you can see, this is one, as you can see here, look, it's operated by the Royal Navy. And as you can see, that was a Grob G. As you can see, that was a Grob G.115. That is G. So as you can see, that was a Royal Navy Grob G.115-E. That is. So yeah, and as you can see, it's just now going over to visit RNS Culdrose now by the looks of it. It's just now going over to Culdrose by the looks of it, which is probably on his way now by the looks of it, on his way over to RNS Culdrose for a visit. I think for a quick stop, I think. Well, by the looks of it, it's probably visiting Culdrose by the looks of it, which I've never seen the Grob go to Culdrose before anyway. But I remember back in 2018, we used to see the Royal Air Force Grob so many times around my place. But obviously, now because of the Royal Air Force Grob are not at Newquay Airport anymore, which is a shame. But now this time, we've just seen the Grob. Now apparently, this is the one that's operated by the Royal Navy. So as you can see, that was the Grob we just seen coming over apparently, which we haven't seen for ages. Like a few years back ago, we haven't seen the Grob for ages though. So yeah, at least we now managed to see it though. So yeah, Grob is the one we haven't seen for such a long time, which is quite a long time seeing the Grob anyway. And as you can see, the registration is G.BYXK. That is. So as you can see, this is where it's tracking it from anyway. It's going over. Literally took off from his base at RNS Yeovilton, which that's where the Royal Navy Grob are based at, which is RNS Yeovilton, which that's where it's based at. Apparently, it's based at RNS Yeovilton, which we haven't seen the Grob for such a long time actually, for like a very long time. We haven't seen the Grob though in Cornwall. So yeah, but it's good to see the Grob back here in Cornwall again though. So yeah, but now obviously now because it's the Royal Navy Grob we've seen this time. First time we ever see the Royal Navy Grob though. First time. Not the Royal Air Force one, because the Royal Air Force one we've seen back in 2018 it was, which happened a very long time ago. So, okay, so, yeah, thanks for watching, bye-bye.